Hi everyone, it's Bryn, and today I decided to share another story with you about my time here in Japan. And so this time around, I'm going to talk about the time that a random guy on Twitter bought me a concert ticket for a Visual K Live. So I figured I'd share that story with you today. So the first time I came to Japan, I did a study abroad in Osaka, and I was living there, going to concerts, going to class and everything. And then after my semester was up, I went back to America, and then I eventually found a job here, and I came back to Japan. So when I came back to Japan, I had to do a brief training that was maybe about a few weeks long. And then from there, I would move on to start my actual job. And during the training period, we had a couple of days off here and there that we could do stuff. And so I was browsing on the internet and I found a concert that I wanted to go to. And it came with like a little loppy code. So I thought, hey, maybe I could get a ticket from the loppy machine. Easy enough. I've done that 1,003 times. And when I went to get the ticket, it turns out that the live was completely sold out. And I was sad because it was like one of the only days off that I had. And I really wanted to go to a concert being back in Japan. You know, I was excited to get back into the swing of going to lives and stuff. And so around the same time as this, the people that I was living with recommended that I try Tinder. And now I didn't try Tinder the first time around in Japan, and I definitely didn't try Tinder back home. So my only experience with Tinder has been in Japan. And so I'm like swiping because I'm bored. I don't really meet up with people from Tinder. It's more just like an app where, you know, I get a little boost of confidence, you know. I mean, you swipe right, it's fun, you know. But I started talking to this guy about music, and he said that there was a website that I can get a ticket for this concert at, because I told him about the concert because I was really upset that I couldn't go. And so he told me that he knew this website where we could get a ticket. But the problem is with this website, you needed to have a phone number and an address. And at this point, when I came back to Japan, I wasn't settled into where I am now. I didn't have that key information that I needed. And after talking to this guy for a couple of days, he offered to get the ticket for me. And I felt kind of weird about it, but because I knew I would have had to meet him to get the ticket. And so I didn't know if I was really, you know, up for that. But he was really nice. He seemed really genuine. And so I told him that I'd pay him back for the ticket plus interest if he were to get it for me. And so a couple hours later, he emailed me and said that he did. And so I was excited that I could go to this live, and it was my favorite band. It's a band that accidentally became my favorite band. I've seen them now like 7 or 8 times, which is kind of like crazy, but at this point it would have been my 4th time seeing them. And so I was just really excited to get back into the swing of lives and seeing my favorite band. It was really great, so I was really excited. And it was acoustic live, so I was excited to see that kind of different vibe from the band because I'd never seen an acoustic performance from them before. And so we decided that in order to get the ticket, it was at Takaranobaba area, which is a pretty small live house, but we decided that we would meet at Baba Station, so Takaranobaba Station. And we would meet up and I would get the ticket from him, and I thought that he got a ticket for himself for the live, but it turns out that he didn't. He only got one, but that comes later in the story. And so we made arrangements. We would meet up at Takaranobaba Station, and we would get the tickets. I would pay him back for it, and then maybe we'd spend some time together after the live or during the live, whatever. So anyway, the house that I was staying at, it had Wi-Fi, but I myself did not have a cell phone, and I didn't have Wi-Fi access at that time. So I made the arrangement to meet up with this guy at a certain time at a certain gate in the station. And so I took screenshots of where I was going and how to get from the station to the live house. And we decided on a specific time. And Japan still has payphones, so we decided that if I get lost, I could call his cell phone from a payphone at one of the stations and kind of figure out where we're going from there. And I make it to Takaranobaba station pretty easy. There's no trouble there. But once I get to the station, I realize that I don't really know what this guy looks like because I have about 3 Tinder pictures of him, and half of them don't really show his face. And so after about 10-15 minutes, I start walking around and I notice a guy waving at me from behind the train gate. And I look and I'm just thinking it's either the Tinder guy or some crazy dude that's going to tell me to go back to my own country. But I decided to see who was waving at me. He kind of looked like the guy on the pictures, but again, they're Tinder pictures, so they're heavily edited. And so I walk over to the dude, and he's not coming through the train gate when he sees me. He's waving at me from the opposite side of the train gate, like he doesn't want to pay for the commute that he just did. And so I go over to the train gate, and like there's the gates and then there's a fence thing, and he stands behind the fence here and I'm on this side of the fence because I'd gone through the gate already. And he is like, "Oh, hey, are you Ryn?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm Ryn. Are you whatever your name is?" And he says, "Yeah, it's me." And I'm like, "Bro, why aren't you coming through the gate? Aren't you coming to the concert?" And he said, No, I'm not going to the concert. I just got your ticket for you here." And he hands me the envelope, and there's only 1 ticket inside, and he's not coming from the other side of the gate. So we have this sketchy looking like payment deal going on where I hand him the money over the train gate, and then he hands me the ticket, and it looks like it's a drug deal, but really he's just giving me a ticket for this tiny visual K live that I'm going to. And so I don't know what to do. I give him the ticket, or I give him the money, he gives me the ticket, and then he like leaves to like go somewhere else. Like he didn't want to like hang out with me. And like we've been talking on Tinder for a couple days, and I thought maybe we would like get dinner or something, or like I got there early so maybe he wanted to go get food or something, like hang out with me. But no, he literally just came to Takaranobaba station and he handed me the ticket, I gave him the money, and then he just turned around, waved, and left. And I was like, what just happened? Is this what Tinder is? Is this how Tinder goes? and so I don't know what to do. The guy's gone. I have a ticket, so naturally I go to the live, and it's pretty fun. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole story of the time that a stranger on Tinder bought me a concert ticket, and it was weird. But that's the whole story. I hope that it was somewhat interesting, and if you have any comments, just write them down below. And if you want to hear more weird stories about my time here in Japan, just maybe thumbs up the video and let me know what you want to hear. I have a lot more crazy stories. Just a lot of weird things happen to me here, especially like in this weird subgenre that I'm into. Weird stuff happens all the time, and I don't know. But at least it's something to laugh about. So anyway, if you like this video, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time.